Channel 7 exclusive. Ham radio operator severely injured by linear cartel when the radio the victim was listening to blew up due to excessive power being used by one of the cartel's transmitting stations. Channel 7 investigator reporter Johnny Hicks has been on the hunt for the linear cartel and their foot soldiers, the DB Mafia.
The only picture ever taken of the linear cartel was smuggled out of the jungles of Western Virginia nearly 30 years ago. The cartel builds massive amplifiers for amateur radio operators all over the world. Ham operators are having their radios destroyed by these large amplifiers. The top 00 agent seen in this photo in 1971 before the mission was tasked with locating the DB Mafia assembly line operating somewhere in the basements of nursing homes. The highly skilled labor, at a very affordable cost, provided the DB Mafia with access to NASA Apollo engineers to assemble these high-power linears, and many times only requiring an extra serving of Jell-O at dinner for payment. This video, taken on a failed rescue mission for 00, was shot down by UFO enthusiasts. Notice the large antennas where 00 sent its last transmission and was never heard from again.
Coming up at 11, Channel 7 exclusive. The victim speaks out.
Okay, so the last thing that I remember after my radio was blowing up and I fell and broke my knee was somebody hollering W8.
Stay tuned for another Channel 7 exclusive.
A famous Nashville songwriter and musician was willing to go on camera as a witness. We're here with Mr. Thompson today. Mr. Thompson, were you a witness to Mr. Jones's injury on his ham radio the other day?
Well, in a way it was. I was listening on the radio, and I was using my superior receiving equipment, as I usually do, and I heard somebody say hotel, H, hotel. And the phone rang, and I answered the phone, and when I got back to the radio, the thing was all over.
Do you know anything about the linear cartel?
This interview is over.
Mr. Young, could you share with us your grand jury testimony regarding Mr. Jones's injury by his radio blowing up the other day?
Well, I heard it. I heard this big loud signal that sent Charlie 73, and then that was all I heard.
What do you know about the linear cartel?
Oh, I don't know nothing.
What about the DB Mafia?
Oh. I'm done with it. That's it.
Can you tell us your name? My name is Bob Wyatt. Can you tell us where you are? I'm at a QRP Rehabilitation Center. How did you get here? I was the leader of the DB Mafia. I got caught. They gave me a choice. I could either come here, get rehabilitated, or lose all my challenge points. What do you think of this place? You gotta get me out of here. Can you imagine? I spent 2 hours trying to work Canada. They only give you 5 watts here. 5 watts. I'm gonna lose my mind. For Channel 7 News, this is Johnny Hicks on the trail of the DB Mafia.